The wealthiest women in America, with billions in their wallets, properties around the globe, and closets full of designer clothing. One might assume the women who've earned this title would be familiar faces like Beyoncé, Oprah, or even the Kardashians. But the truth may surprise you. Today we're going to take a close look at the 5 wealthiest women in America and see how they got where they are and what exactly it is they spend all that money on. Diane Hendricks, $7.4 billion. With a net worth of $7.4 billion, Diane Hendricks, the richest self-made woman in America, was born and raised in rural Wisconsin on a dairy farm. Diane went on a long journey to amass her current fortune. She started her career selling custom-made homes, and after her marriage to husband Ken Hendricks, the two became business partners and started ABC Supply. ABC Supply eventually grew to be the largest roofing distributor in America, and over time, their wealth continued to grow. She has since gone on to produce several movies and has worked quite often in the political world, even serving as an economic advisor on Donald Trump's presidential campaign. Besides movies and political campaigns, it appears as if she's spent the majority of her money on properties. She currently owns a $10 million home in Wisconsin that overlooks a river and is complete with tennis courts and a pool. Laurene Powell Jobs, $21.3 billion. A last name you're sure to recognize. Laurene Powell Jobs made it onto our list with a net worth of $21.3 billion. The widow of Apple founder Steve Jobs, Laurene has had quite a bit of success on her own in several different industries. Working prior to her marriage as an asset manager and income trading strategist, she then stepped into her role as a philanthropist. She's co-founded College Track, a successful non-profit organization whose goal is to improve college graduation and enrollment of underprivileged students. After this, she notably founded Emerson Collective, a social change organization that works to use philanthropy and investing to spark changes in immigration reform, social justice, health, and the environment. As if that wasn't enough philanthropy on her plate, Laurene is also a founding member of Climate Leadership Council. Besides philanthropy, Laurene seems to be crazy about real estate. She owns 2 equestrian ranches, one in Northern California and another in Florida. On top of that, she's spent $60 million alone on properties in Malibu just in the last couple of years, and it certainly seems like she isn't done yet. Mackenzie Bezos, $36.1 billion. Mackenzie Bezos is next on our list with a net worth of $36.1 billion. Where exactly did her fortune come from? Well, if this name sounds familiar to you, it's because she's the former wife of Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. After the largest divorce settlement in history just this past year, Mackenzie walked away as one of the richest women in America, owning a 4% stock in one of the most prominent businesses in the world. But what part did Mackenzie play in Amazon, and how exactly did she get where she is now? Mackenzie met her future husband Jeff when they both worked at a hedge fund together. After Jeff came up with the idea for Amazon, he and Mackenzie drove cross-country to set up shop in Seattle. Mackenzie served as one of the first employees of Amazon, working as their accountant and later negotiating their freight contracts. Later, Mackenzie went on to become an award-winning novelist and mother to her and Jeff's 4 children. She also serves as the executive director and founder of an anti-bullying organization called Bystander Revolutions. But what does she plan on doing with all that money? Well, Mackenzie is one of the few billionaires who has signed the Giving Pledge, promising to give half her money to charity. Julia Koch, $41 billion. With a fortune of $41 billion, Julia Koch is the next billionaire on our list. She's the widow of David Koch, a member of the Koch family known for founding Koch Industries, the second largest privately owned business in America. Julia was born and raised in Iowa to parents who owned a farm and women's clothing store. It's safe to say she probably never imagined she would land on this list. As a young adult, she moved to to New York, where she worked under Adolfo and was given opportunities to style Nancy Reagan. It was there she met her husband, David. Julia promptly stopped working in order to raise their 3 children. After David's death in 2019, Julia went on to inherit a 42% stake in Koch Industries, which has helped her amass such a large fortune. Whether she's enjoying her wealth in her house in Aspen, the Hamptons, New York City, or Palm Beach, it's safe to say she's set wherever she goes. Alice Walton, $51.4 billion. At a net worth of $51.4 billion, Alice Walton is the richest woman in America and the second richest in the world. The daughter of Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart. It could be easy to write off her fortune as something that's just been handed to her, but Alice Walton has had quite an impressive journey on her own. Born and raised in Arkansas, she grew up to work in several prominent businesses, working in several distinguished roles. She worked as an equity analyst, money manager, and stockbroker. On top of that, she also founded her own company, the Llama Company, where she served as president and CEO. Unfortunately, no llamas were included in her business ventures. However, the Llama Company was an investment bank, which, although less exciting than real llamas, definitely made her a good amount of money. When she got tired of all this financial business, she moved to a ranch, where she had a knack for picking out foals that would one day be equestrian stars. Though much of her fortune came to her after her father's death in 1992, her father often mentioned her business capabilities, even saying she was the most like him out of all his children. With that, we've come to a close on the 5 wealthiest women in America. Let us know in the comment section below what you would do with all that money. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. As always, I'm Mr. Luxury, pip pip to doodly doo.